Today I'm going to talk about habits of excellence. Um, and a lot of this comes from Robin Sharma, who I was exposed to last week at the leadership event in Las Vegas. And he really resonated with me, and I have followed and immersed myself in a lot of his stuff over the last week. So a lot of it that I'm going to be sharing today is from Robin. Um, we're all fans, whether it's of a sports star or an artist or a musician or a historical figure or a scientist. We're fans, and generally we're a fan because we admire somebody for their excellence. So what I'm suggesting today is that instead of just admiring, and it is okay to be a fan, but instead of just admiring, let's be a student. Let's be a student of their excellence. Because when we're a student, we learn and we apply. So instead of being on the sidelines, let's get in the game and let's start displaying our own excellence. So all world-class performers have habits of excellence. So I'll repeat that. All world-class performers have habits of excellence. So if I asked you, hypothetical question, in a perfect world, what would your day look like if you were set out to achieve your big, audacious goals and mission in life? In a perfect world, what would your day look like? And you might say, well, in a perfect world, I would get up early, I would exercise, because when I exercise, I feel better, and when I feel better, I'm more productive. I would spend some time meditating and talking and thinking about my goals and writing down my goals, and then every single day, I would contact 5 prospects. I would reach out to 3 team members. I would check my back office. I would engage in some personal development, maybe watch a podcast. I would be a product of the products. I'd make sure I take my ageless essentials, whatever it be, and that would be your day in a perfect world. And the one thing that I want to suggest to you today is that we are in a perfect world, and your perfect world can exist. So instead of us kind of telling ourselves, yeah, it would be nice if I could do all those things, I would challenge you that it is possible and that you can live in that perfect world. So since Las Vegas last week, I've committed to starting some habits of my own, some habits of excellence. And a couple reasons why I'm doing this is one, I want to achieve my big audacious goal, my big crazy goal for this business that is only possible by living in a new way and doing things that I've never done before. So to start living in that different way, it's time to start engaging in habits of excellence. The other reason why I want to start these new habits is because I want to stop being a fan and I want to get in the game. So I want to go over a couple things that I have started and that I've kind of been exposed to by Robin Sharma. So I want to make one comment about getting started. Sometimes getting started is really hard and a little bit scary, and maybe we don't know how to do it. And I really like this quote. It says, "Don't wait for energy to start. Start to get the energy." So lots of times we kind of sit around hoping and waiting for that inspiration and that energy to get started. I'll start when I'm feeling good. I'll start when I'm ready. But the suggestion is just start, and by starting, you'll get the energy. So I really like that as a thought. So one of the things that I've started, and I'm on day 11 now of my new habit, is that I've joined the 5 a.m. club. So obviously 5 a.m. club means you get up at 5 a.m. And this has, some significant meaning. So getting up early not only is a habit in self-discipline by, changing up your routine, but has amazing effects. And I've already experienced it in my first 11 days. So by getting up at 5 a.m. And being intentional about what you're going to do in your first hour of the day, you set the standard for your day. So the way you start your day determines the way you live your day. The way you start your day determines the way you live your day. So these past 11 days, I've gotten my day started with such good intention, with such good productivity, and it just is a fuel to energize myself for the rest of the day. So here's the suggestion. You use the 20-20-20 rule in that first hour after waking up at 5 a.m. The first 20 minutes you engage in exercise. The second 20 minutes you plan your day, plan your goals, write down your goals, write down your dreams, you visualize, you meditate, and you write down your intention for the day. This last 20 minutes you spend learning. So whether that's listening to a podcast, reading, watching YouTube video from a great leader, you spend those 20 minutes on yourself. So in order to create a habit, most of us have always heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Well, new research has come out that suggests that it actually takes 66 days for the average person for a new ritual to become a habit. So my challenge to myself is that I'm going to be a member of the 5 a.m. club for 66 straight days. And hopefully then it is an ingrained habit that I just carry out going forward. So the 5 a.m. club, I highly suggest it. I think you should give it a shot. It's got amazing effects in your productivity. Early morning is a time when it's quiet, you have less distraction, and you can be highly productive. The other morning I looked at the clock and it was 9:30, and I said to myself, I already have 4.5 hours of high productivity in today. Like, that fired me up. To know that I was kind of like a head start over anybody else for the day just really got me revved up and got me excited about what I could do. So it's very much a psychological thing too. There's definitely a bunch more habits of excellence, and I even have more written down here. I don't want to take all morning, especially since I delayed you 5 minutes already this morning. But just to change your mindset to get different results, we have to behave differently. And think of it this way: if I want to achieve the results that only the top 5% of people achieve, I need to act the way the top 5% of the people act. So if and we all know that we cannot get the crazy, audacious results that we want if we keep behaving the same way. We won't get the different results by behaving the same way. So that's all I've got this morning. There's so much more. I probably have 52 weeks of Tuesday morning calls in my head from being at the leadership conference last week, but that's all I'll give you for today. So thanks for jumping on. Make it a great Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. Bye.